Well, new at 4, we have reported for months on the crime crisis in D.C. One of the main drivers of the surge comes from young people. The D.C. Policy Center says juveniles in D.C. have committed crimes at a rate double the national average.
So Councilmember Robert White thinks he has a plan. Matt Gregory is at the Wilson building for us tonight. So Matt, I understand that there are some bills that have been introduced. So how are these different than the secure D.C. legislation that the council's working on?
Yeah, Adam, the secure D.C. legislation, think of it more as law enforcement geared legislation. These bills Councilmember White put forward are more about supporting youth in order to prevent crimes. That's how they look at it. But it all does beg the question, doesn't D.C. already have programs that are intended to do this in the first place? What's the difference? So we'll take you through what happened today here on the steps of the Wilson building. That is where Councilmember Robert White unveiled his three-prong approach to curbing youth violence. He pointed out last year D.C. police made more than 2,000 juvenile arrests. These range from petty crimes all the way up to assaults and homicides. So his package of bills aims at the heart of that, he says. It's called the Safer Today, Safer Tomorrow initiative, and each of these three bills attacks a different aspect. He says one focuses on workforce development and vocational training, another on establishing a mentorship for at-risk youth, and a third looks at truancy in schools, keeping tabs on which kids aren't in class. He touted the bills as a game changer for the district's youth, but we had to ask the question, does D.C. not already have programs just like this?
There are a number of programs under the umbrella of crime prevention. One, they are not organized. Two, we are not tracking metrics to measure how they are or are not working or how they need to improve. So programs that are working, we're going to get them more funding. Programs that are not, we're going to push them out.
So how much will all of this cost? Because we just heard Mayor Bowser talk about this week how we need to tighten the fiscal belt of D.C. Well, Councilmember White says it's got a price tag of around $5 million. So it's not too expensive, he believes, to fit into the budget. But going forward, this is going to take a few months to work through the system, and when the council will take it up, we still don't have a day on that yet. Coming up at 6 o'clock, though, you want to stick around because we talked to a person, a young woman, who went through one of the DC mentorship programs, and she explains how she believes this list of bills, these three packages of legislation, could help D.C. youth. You'll want to hear her story coming up. But for now, downtown D.C., outside the Wilson building, I'm Matt Gregory. Back to you.
2,000 juvenile arrests last year. Those were the numbers Matt just cited for us. Matt, appreciate your reporting tonight.
Staggering.
Staggering, indeed. Adam?